Hey fam, if you own a business or are in marketing, you probably manage some type of an email list that you might use to send newsletters out or just any marketing or sales communications to your prospects, web visitors, etc. And a lot of people have trouble doing this. They don't have the technology to add checkboxes to forms in order to get consent or permission. Even when they get consent, they don't know where that information goes. It's hard for them to even know who has given consent to receive marketing communications and who hasn't. Sometimes it's hard to fit that information into an email list for different marketing campaigns. There's a lot of challenges around this, and in some places, there is legislation around it, like GDPR in Europe or Castle in Canada. And so you have to be even more careful around how you create this list in a way that is dynamic and that it doesn't hinder your marketing efforts. Today, we're going to talk about how HubSpot helps you manage the process of getting consent for your email list, and then how to see that information within HubSpot so that you have a clear picture in terms of who has given you consent to send them marketing emails or marketing communications in general and who hasn't. Let's get to it. So the checkbox gets added to forms, and the forms in HubSpot are under marketing, lead capture, and then forms. As you can see here, I already created a form, a test form. So we're gonna hit edit, and then see here you see email, first name, last name. Those are the default fields that I had on the form already. And what we're going to do is we're going to add here under other form elements, we're going to enable the GDPR options. So you can see GDPR, I enabled that, and then I will choose the first option. The first option is explicitly related to getting consent to send your users or visitors marketing and sales emails. And then you see there is a bunch of language here, and that language covers the different types of consent that you can get. But again, today we're only talking about sending marketing communications. So I'm going to delete this whole thing about our commitment to data privacy. They don't need to see that. I'm going to delete this whole thing about data processing. They don't need to see that. We don't need to add that. And I'm going to add this option even on how to unsubscribe, because I don't care to use that here. People will learn how to unsubscribe when you send them the marketing email, so they'll see how to do it. And so the only thing I'm leaving is I agree to receive other communications from Paula, and then the checkbox. And instead of other, I'm actually going to say promotional. I agree to receive promotional communications from Paula. You see here that this is associated with a subscription type. In this case, it's marketing emails, and that's because that's just the list that I want this associated with, or the subscription type that I want this associated with. I'm not going to make this a required field, because the whole point of this field is that it's an opt-in, it's optional, and so you can, or you may or may not check the box. And then I'm going to hit update and publish. So here it gives you a link to where the form is, and if we go here to an incognito tab, you're going to see that if I fill out all the information, my email, my first name, my last name, and then I check that box, I hit submit. When I go back to my HubSpot, you can see here that I will go and find myself, Enrique. Here you can see that I signed up for the newsletter, but more importantly, here on the bottom left, you see view subscriptions. Enrique Flores is subscribed to this email, and then, or to emails, and then you can see here the subscription list that I'm subscribed to. And you can use that to add people to email list, and you can use that to manage basically who receives emails from you based on what they have opted into. Easy work. If you have any questions, or if you want to get in touch with me, feel free to DM me via Instagram or LinkedIn or wherever this video ends up being published. Cheers.